Today we are here for a special event to help folks get registered to vote in the 2024 election. It is super important, but we're going to tell you all about how to get that done if you are a foreign resident of the United States and a citizen eligible to vote. We're going to let you know exactly how to get that done from Mexico. So today we're here with Gary, who is the immediate past chair of the Democrats Abroad for the chapter in Yucatan.
Correct.
And Gary's been here from almost the beginning, or from the beginning, I believe, right?
That'd be correct.
Tell me a little bit about your journey here with this chapter and why you started this particular program here in Yucatan.
Well, I moved here full-time in 2018, and I've been involved in politics in the United States and Colorado for about 40 years before I got here.
Oh, wow.
And so when I found here, I was kind of surprised that there wasn't any expatriate group or a group of citizens that were involved with the Democratic Party.
Sure.
So my wife suggested that I join Democrats Abroad Mexico, and I ran and got a position as a at-large board member on the national board for Mexico. They suggested that I start a chapter here in Merida.
Okay.
So I found some friends who are like-minded, and we started the chapter in 2019.
So is this chapter or is this program only available to Democrats, or is it open to anybody that wants to vote regardless of their choice?
Well, there's two answers there.
Okay.
If you want to join Democrats Abroad, then you don't have to be a Democrat, and you can be of any political persuasion you want to be, but you have to subscribe to the democratic ideals and values.
Okay.
That's part one. But to register to vote, we operate a nonpartisan voter registration program.
Okay.
Right? And so we register everybody to vote that wants to, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, Independents, or the Green Party, whatever.
All right. That's good to know. So that is very important. I think, what is the process? Like, how do you register to vote here in the Yucatan? What's the process that you're going to be doing tonight?
Well, the process we use software that gives us information about every state in the union. We have 50 states and 50 different ways to register to vote.
For sure.
And each state's different. They have different rules, different ways to register, different ways to send in your ballots. And so we have software that we click on the state where the person's registering to vote, and the software will tell us what the requirements are.
Okay.
We register using a software that's www.votefromabroad.org.
Okay.
And then that software is available to anybody online, not just through organization.
Okay.
Anybody can go there. So we recommend people, they can do this on their own. They don't need us. The event we're having tonight at Hennessy's is for people who are having trouble registering to vote and want our assistance.
Gotcha. That's good. So folks that are having a little trouble because of changing rules or what have you in their state, you guys are able to help out across all states in the union.
That is correct.
Okay. That's, I was here in 4 years ago, 2020, I was actually here at Hennessy's, the election night, to see, who won and that kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. But I was able to vote from Mexico in 2020, and I definitely plan to vote again this year. So I'll make sure. And I think for me, I actually got the information and went online to find out what I needed to do in Georgia. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
So tonight, how many people do you expect to register tonight?
Well, anytime if we get 20 or more, we're happy.
Okay.
It's worth our time, an
Sure.
investment of our time to help people. In the last couple of events we've sponsored, we've had 30 plus.
Okay.
Somewhere between 30, 35, something in that range.
And now, is there a way to communicate with you guys to let you know, like, hey, I need to get registered, when is the next event, that kind of thing?
Yes, the Democrats Abroad Yucatan, our chapter, has a Facebook page and we have a website.
Okay.
And we've also got we have an email address.
Okay.
So the email address is info-mx-yucatan@democratsabroad.org.
Okay, perfect. So we can just email you and say, hey, I have interest in getting registered. Couldn't make it to this event tonight at Hennessy's, but for all future events, please keep me informed, and they can go from there.
We'd be happy to help them.
Excellent. Now, what forms of ID do you need to bring with you in order to get registered to vote?
many states don't require an ID.
Oh,
some of them
that's
do,
good.
some of them don't.
I'm from the South.
Well,
so.
let me back up a little bit.
Okay, please.
Because I want to tell you what form we use to register people to vote.
Okay.
We use a federal form.
Okay, perfect.
So the form that we use has the same questions and needs the same information for all 50 states. Where the trick comes in is how to send it back. Whether it's email, regular postage mail, through the consulate, or whether you can send it back electronically through email. So that's where the trick comes in.
Okay.
We register people to vote as U.S. citizens living abroad. We register them to vote under federal law.
Okay.
Rather than under using, in your example, getting you a Georgia absentee ballot under Georgia law. So under Georgia law, they would send you your absentee ballot probably 30 days or less before the election. Federal law requires that they send you your ballot via email, not via regular mail, but via email, if you request it be delivered that way.
Okay.
And they have to send it to you 45 days before the election.
Okay.
Which is important in a country like Mexico, which has a kind of a marginal
mail system.
Mail system, yeah. I mean, the Correos de Mexico isn't the best mail system in the world.
Yeah.
So this is an advantage if you got to mail it back.
Yes.
To get it 45 days in advance, this is an advantage.
Yes.
And that's why we promote using a federal form. It's called the FPCA, the Federal Postcard Application.
Okay. One of the biggest shocks you'll have when moving to Mexico is the fact that there isn't really a postal service like there is. There is technically, right? But nothing like U.S. Postal Service. So people are often shocked when they realize that they don't have mailboxes and that every bill that get delivered is delivered by the companies. So in that situation, like, how do you mail back something? How do you mail back this government form that we're going to fill out to register someone to vote?
Well, what we've done is we've contacted the U.S. Consulate here in Merida.
Okay.
And the U.S. Consulate accepts election mail.
Okay.
So
that's good to know.
So you can go and you can put it in the consulate box. Right now it's on Calle 60. Okay. Just past the hotel center. If you're going north on 60, it's on the right-hand side of the road.
Do you need an appointment to put it in there?
You don't need an appointment. You have to tell the guard that you're going in to deposit something in the mailbox. Okay. And then the guard will let you in without an appointment. Yeah. You only get into the lobby area. Sure. There's a mailbox on the wall there, and you can put your mail in. You have to put U.S. stamps on it, because when the consular mail arrives in the United States, it goes in the mail. Okay. And so you have to have U.S. postage on it.
Now, how in the heck do you get U.S. postal stamps in Mexico?
If you Democrats Abroad has stamps.
Okay, well that's the answer, right?
We thought this out in advance, and we have some stamps.
That's the answer. So, because that's like hunting for a stick of gold here, trying to figure out how to get me.
Yeah, we also have members that travel.
Good.
We have our chair is from Texas, and he and his wife go back occasionally. Okay. And they come back with stamps. Excellent. I go back to Colorado. I come back with stamps.
Well, that's good to know.
So usually we'll have a few stamps that we give to people.
Excellent.
So actually, usually they'll give us something, donate,
Yeah, you'll give them stamps. Excellent.
There are envelopes that sometimes come with these voting packages, and the envelope will say, postage free, back to the clerk, or whatever.
Gotcha.
And that's okay if it's mailed if it's mailed through the consulate.
Okay. So the postage free is still good if it's mailed through the consulate.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need a stamp in that situation. Now, if they come to an event like this tonight, will you mail off the forms for them, or is that something they still need to do on their own?
At this point in time, we don't accept forms for mailing. Okay. We recommend that they send them to the consulate. And the other way, especially people are at the last minute, like voter registration cutoff is in 2 days or something. Yeah. They can always overnight these. Okay. If they care enough to register to vote, it's an important thing to them. They can overnight. Sure.
And you mentioned that you can sometimes receive your ballot via email. Is that something that you also need to print and then manually fill out? I'm sure you can't respond back via email to vote.
It depends on state by state.
Really?
Colorado, my state, for example, will send me the ballot in an electronic format. Okay. And I can vote it electronically. Oh wow. And then I can save it as a PDF file. Wow. I can save it to my hard drive. Sure. And so I can save that, and then I can attach that to my email back to my clerk. and Colorado will accept that.
Wow.
But a lot of states don't. There's about 11 or 12 states that require the ballot to be signed, not to be signed, but to be mailed back via, regular U.S. postage mail.
Sure.
And secondly, most of these, almost every state also requires an affidavit where you swear that you meet the requirements of a foreign resident living abroad.
Yeah.
You asked me earlier about identification.
Mm-hmm.
The form does require that you provide either like a state driver's license number so that the state can track it and verify that you are that person.
Sure.
Or you can give the last 4 digits of your social security number.
Okay.
And failing all those, we have dual citizens who are Mexican citizens and U.S. citizens. They can use their passport.
Okay.
That's a case where we would scan the passport and attach the passport for ID that goes with the voter registration form.
Perfect. Is there anything else you would like to tell the Mexit planners out there who are planning to move here about voting?
No, it can be done. It's not a hard process, and you shouldn't give up your voting rights just because you're in a foreign country. Your voice counts, and we encourage everybody to vote. And
you still have to pay taxes, so you might as well vote.
That is true. And there's another fallacy, a myth, that people think that if they register to vote abroad, that might make them a citizen of the state that they're voting in.
Oh, no.
It doesn't affect, if you're registering to vote under federal law as opposed to under state law, that it doesn't affect your residency. You can be a complete non-resident of the state, and you can still vote in the last state where you lived.
Oh, that's good to know. That's very good to know. So what areas can you register people to vote from? So if you're in Mexico, I'm in Mexico City, can you register me to vote here in Yucatan?
Well, we help people from all over the country of Mexico.
Okay.
We actually have 8 different chapters, not just Merida.
Okay.
We have chapters in Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico City, San Miguel de Allende, Oaxaca, northern Baja. So we're not the only ones that do this.
So all the immigrant places.
Yeah, every place that has a congregation of U.S. citizens in Mexico, a lot of them have chapters of Democrats Abroad.
That's good.
But for our area, we assist voters and U.S. citizens living in the states of Campeche, Yucatan, and Quintana Roo.
Okay.
We are a ways away from Valladolid and from Campeche City and from Cancun and Tulum, etc. And so but we are available to help people in those areas if they contact us via that email that I gave you earlier.
Okay, perfect, excellent. I'll put that email in the subtitles below and also in the description notes so that we have that, as well as the website, so that you guys have all the information you need.
Thank you, Monty.
Thank you. Until next time, this is MexitPlans Monty. Move.